Hi, I'm Matt from Giltrap Ag. Today I'm here with the new Giltrap silage wagon. This is what we call the Max 16. It's a 16 cube silage wagon, and we are making this new model in sizes from 9 cubic meters up to 30 cubic meters. So when we decided to design this, we went and spoke to numerous farmers, dealers and mechanics, and they all give us little pieces of information about how a silage wagon could be better in all these different aspects. So we put all this information together and come up with the G-Max. Now, I'm going to talk you through a few different things with this wagon, and it will show you why this wagon is the market leader today. So up front, we have the 1200 wide conveyor belt, nice and wide. It helps, especially when you're feeding bales. The biscuits don't get caught up in here, so it makes everything flow nicely through the wagon, being a wee bit wider. In here we've got the traditional silage wagon set up with the elevator bars, but we're on 13mm chains, and also the floor is on 13mm chains. These chains have a 22 ton braking strain, and that's per chain. So these chains will never break, and they'll stretch very little over their lifespan. So up front here we have a nice narrow pole style drawbar. This one's got a quick hitch stand fitted, and of course a jack stand. We do offer the option of a hydraulic jack as well, which folds up inside that pole drawbar. In the front there's the mesh here, so that's nice and easy to see through. So when you're in the tractor cab, you can see exactly what's going on and what's coming over the top of that elevator. So also up front on the side of the conveyor belt, we have the hydraulic motor that runs it, and this has got a nice tidy guard over it. That stops any loose material that might come over the side from wrapping around that shaft, so it keeps everything clean and tidy. The wagons, like all Giltrap wagons, feature the stainless steel sides. These are attached to the uprights with what we call a mono bolt. So it's a cross between a rivet and a bolt, very, very strong. And we've done a lot of testing with these, and this is certainly the way to go in the future is a mono bolt. So that's what we use to attach them. Yep. So this G-Max 16 is set up on the bigger wheels. This has got 560 22.5s on it, a little bit bigger than standard, but we offer a wide range of wheel options on all our wagons. Got the mud guards here, and this is a sloped mud guard, and that allows the product, if it comes over the edge, to slide off and onto the ground. So around the back we have the back gate here. Now this gate, if the load's reversed onto it, it'll pop open, so you can set that lever here. We set them up so once they've got about a ton of pressure on them, they'll pop, so it saves bending anything. Also, which is a new feature, is this guard across the back here, and that just stops the odd curious cow sticking the head up there and injuring themselves basically. So it's a nice guard. So another new feature of the Giltrap wagons is this plastic floor, and this is very slippery and doesn't offer a lot of friction. So it's very easy for the chains and the bars to pull that load forward. The floor chain set up on the Giltrap wagons is two 13mm chains. So a couple of reasons for that is, one, the 13mm chain has a 22 ton braking strain, and it offers very little stretch, and it also means we can run just the two floor chains instead of having four. So all Giltrap wagons are now set up with the two floor chains set up. Up the front we have the elevator bars. These here are made of 8mm pressed steel, and they're one of the strongest on the market. A silage wagon traditionally rattles a little bit when it's feeding out. These wear strips cut down that noise dramatically, so these wagons are very quiet when they're operating. Underneath the guard on the side of the Giltrap wagon, we have the gearbox drive. So there's no chain or anything set up here like the old wagons traditionally have. This is just now a hydraulic motor running a reduction gearbox, and that offers a very smooth operation of the main floor. Up front here, this is your electronics for your scales. So it's all enclosed in this nice tidy box, and because the scales are wireless, there's also a battery tucked in here as well. So that allows the wagon to be able to tell the tractor the weight that's in it when the tractor's not attached to the wagon. Yep. Up top we have another hydraulic motor running a gearbox. Now this has been an option on wagons in the past, but now it's standard equipment. It just offers a very smooth start and stop. Also down here is the hydraulic control valve. First here's your belt speed. That just adjusts the speed that your belt dispenses the product onto the ground. Then up here you've got your elevator control, and you can have it, either have it on auto or manual. In automatic mode, the computer is telling the wagon how fast to feed. In manual mode, it's the speed set by this valve. What that allows you to do is, if something happens to the tractor with a controller in it, and that tractor's no longer here, you can hook any other tractor onto it and still control the wagon off the valve here, so you don't need that computer to control it. Sure, you can't see your weight that you're dispensing because the scale control is also in there, but at least you can feed out. So another great feature of the G-Max wagons is the load cells. There's 6 of them, 3 on each side. They're tucked in along the chassis in 3 different spots. The wagon's built on a double chassis, so if you want to retrofit load cells in the future, you can. It's a pretty simple job. The other good feature of it being built on a double chassis is that when the drawbar's on the ground, you can still weigh the load because the load's being weighed off an independent top chassis, so you don't need scales on the drawbar, which can cause problems, especially if you're having to jackknife the tractor. In the cab, we're controlled by the Smart Ag System 7000 Plus screen. The screen is nice to use, it's big, it's bright, very easily and simply laid out. Up the top, you've got your run hold. So as soon as you want to feed out, you push it into run, it goes green, you're feeding. You want to stop, stop. This shows you your weight, this shows you your percentage of feed. So that's your feed rate. That's how fast it's feeding the product out. There are 3 different modes that you can operate in. Standard mode, that's like your normal silage wagon works, and you can just adjust the rate here. You have weight mode, that's where you tell the wagon that you want to put out a certain amount of weight. You drive along, you feed it out, and it'll beep at you when that weight is gone. And the 3rd mode is distance mode. That allows you to feed out a certain weight over a certain distance. So very handy if you're in a feed barn. So if you're in a feed barn that might be 75 metres long, you can tell the computer you want to feed out 2 tonne over 75 metres, and then all you do is drive, and it works out the rate it needs to go at and puts it out over that desired distance. Very, very good for areas where there's troughs and feed pads. So there we have it. That's the Giltrap G-Max silage wagon. For any further information on the G-Max range of wagons, talk to your local Giltrap dealer or talk to Giltrap today.